Hey guys, it's Riley. So today I thought I would film a 30-week pregnancy update for you guys. I haven't been doing these my entire pregnancy because realistically, I only started doing YouTube like 2 weeks ago. So I thought we would just start with like her stats, basically, like where she's at developmentally and physically. So for starters, she is the size of a cantaloupe this week, which I thought was really cool. It's like, that's big, right? I feel like we're getting into like the big fruits and vegetables, and that's pretty exciting. So she is around nearing 4 pounds. According to this app, that's all like just an estimate. Obviously, there's no way to know exactly how much she's going to weigh. Even in like the ultrasounds and stuff, when they give you a weight estimate, it's just an estimate. So there's not really a way to know for sure until she comes out, and then we'll know. But that's cool. She's also close to 17 inches this week. According to my Ovia pregnancy app, which I can link in the description box below, I will be gaining about a pound a week until I deliver. On average, that could vary, and that varies from each mom. Some moms gain, some moms gain more and some moms gain less, and it's really okay either way as long as your doctor or your midwife isn't concerned. But just based on my pregnancy so far, I should be gaining around a pound each week until I deliver. She will be gaining about a half a pound each week until she is born. So she's really gonna start chunking up there, which is where my weight gain comes in as well. Some things that I found out at my most recent doctor's appointment via ultrasound is that she is head down, so she is no longer in the breech position, which is awesome. Obviously she could still flip. She does all the time. She's constantly doing somersaults in there, but she is in birthing position, which is really great. I had a successful vaginal delivery with my first, and we're really hoping to keep it that way again this time, so it's a good sign. We're really happy about that. Another thing I thought was really cool this week is that she can open her eyes, and her vision isn't very good, but she's really sensitive to light and things like that, which I thought was really, really neat. Cravings. Oh my God. So this happened when I was pregnant with Thea as well. I guess it's like an iron deficiency or some kind of mineral deficiency. That I'm just prone to getting, and my doctor can't figure out where exactly I'm lacking, but everything is healthy, so it's fine. But because of these deficiencies that I'm having, I am craving things that aren't food, which sucks really, really bad. I am craving chalk, and I don't really think it's so much the taste of chalk. I think it's the texture that I'm looking for. So I'm craving chalk, I'm craving drywall, I am craving like my setting powder, like that fine like baby powder kind of a texture. I'm craving the smell of Windex. All of these things I obviously cannot give into, because that would just be really bad for me and the baby, which sucks because, you know, when you're pregnant you want to indulge in your cravings, and that's kind of like what you look forward to being pregnant, is like eating a lot of food and getting fat and it being a good time. But I can't do that with these cravings, so that's like really, really been hard. Like, to subside the chalk craving, I've been eating these little candy sticks. Sorry, that won't focus, but they're basically just these little, like, they're kind of like the candy cigarettes almost. They're just like a really great chalky consistency, which I've been loving lately. And then just Smarties. So my symptoms this week, I've pretty much been consistent with the rest of my symptoms since beginning my 3rd trimester, so at 27 to 28 weeks. My symptoms have stayed pretty much the same for the most part. So the ones that are consistent and have been consistent are me not sleeping pretty much at all. That's gotten worse this week, but that's been how it's been since I started my 3rd trimester. Our apartment just gets really, really hot, and it's been horrible in the middle of the night, and I've just been waking up like 5 or 6 different times from a dead sleep. To get up and pee or just to roll over is so hard in the middle of the night now. And yeah, I've just been really genuinely uncomfortable, so that's really affecting my sleep and a lot of other things as well. Decrease in appetite is a symptom this week that I haven't had so much the rest of my 3rd trimester, and I didn't have this with Thea, so it's kind of been a lot different. Just been almost having to force myself to eat full meals, or like remind myself, because I'm just not hungry, so I don't feel like it. This morning I forgot to eat breakfast because I just wasn't hungry, and ended up throwing up in the bathroom for half an hour because I got so nauseous because of it. So I just have been having to remind myself constantly to either snack throughout the day, or to sit down and eat a full meal when I get the opportunity to. That has been an obstacle so far this week. Other symptoms that I'm having, that I've had my entire pregnancy: exhaustion, which I think is very standard. Dry skin. I didn't have dry skin before this pregnancy, which is one of the main reasons I thought I was having a boy for so long, is because my skin just like, all the moisture got sucked out of it when I found that I was pregnant, and I don't even know why or what causes that or anything like that, but I have just been so dry this whole pregnancy, and that has not gone away. I don't see it going away anytime soon. But on the upside, that I didn't have my last pregnancy. My nails are extremely healthier than they've ever been. My teeth are healthier than they've ever been. My hair, my skin, like, this pregnancy has really done a lot of good things for me. Dry skin is not one of them though. That's not fun. Now I'm gonna go into like how I'm feeling overall, like how I've been feeling this pregnancy. And honestly, minus the past couple weeks, I felt fantastic up until my third trimester. I mean, there was even, and if you know me, I've probably told you too, there's times where I forgot I was pregnant because I didn't feel pregnant at all. And I got big really fast this time around, which I guess is normal with second pregnancies. But I got big really fast this time around, so I was expecting to really feel pregnant a lot faster than I did the first time, and that just hasn't been the case. I haven't really felt pregnant until the past couple weeks with not being able to sleep and the back pain getting worse and things like that. But up until this point, I've felt fantastic, like full of energy, just really good overall. I was really sick in my first trimester, but when I wasn't sick, I was like on cloud nine. Like, I felt so good. I haven't gained half as much weight as I did with Thea. I mean, in my first trimester alone with Thea, I gained 10 pounds, which is quite a bit for your first trimester. This time I actually lost 5 pounds in my first trimester from being so sick. So I'm 30 weeks. With Thea, when I was around 30 weeks, I had already gained around 35 pounds. And I gained 55 with her total. This time around, I've only gained 17 pounds. Hoping to keep it in the 25 range because I think that would just be a lot easier to lose than 55. But overall, I'm feeling really good about this pregnancy. I'm starting to get more anxious as her arrival gets closer. Of course, that's to be expected, I think. More so than anything, I'm just really, really thankful to be pregnant this time around. More thankful than I was the first time. I just kind of assumed the first time around because I was so uneducated and a few years younger than I am now, and lacked a lot of knowledge that I have now. I just kind of assumed it was really easy for women to get pregnant. But this time around, I figured out how hard it was and how emotionally draining it can be, thinking that your body can't do it and then it being able to. I'm just so grateful to be carrying this baby and for everything to be healthy and all of that. So I think that is really helping maybe subside some of my more intense symptoms, is that I know that this is such a blessing and I'm so grateful for it. So the last little thing I want to get into and talk about is the things that I've been doing this week and since my third trimester started to prepare for her arrival. I started shopping way too early, and anyone who is in my circle will tell you that. I had this whole thing where I want to be done shopping by the time I'm like 25 weeks pregnant. I want to be done with the nursery by the time I'm like 25 weeks so that I can enjoy the rest of my time being huge and just, you know, relax. So that has happened for the most part. That I got my wish for the most part on that. I started shopping around 12 weeks for this baby and doing the nursery a couple weeks after I found out I was pregnant, which is probably silly, but it is what it is. So I haven't really had to do all that much to prepare in these weeks. My registry, every time it gets something gets bought off of it or I buy something off of it, I've been updating that a lot and keeping that current and adding more fun stuff to it as the registry decreases in things that we actually need. There isn't a whole lot that we actually need anymore. We're about done. I think that I still have like a few minor things to buy and a few things to stock up on, but for the most part our shopping is done. Another thing we have done to prepare recently is the nursery is like this close to being finished. Like, it's so freaking close. I have to do a little bit of touch-up painting. That's really it. I need to like sterilize bottles and wash clothes and things like that, like the basic like sterilization before the baby gets here, but I haven't really hit like my peak nesting mode yet, so I'll do all of that, like the cleaning part of the nursery, once it gets closer to her arrival and I start nesting more. In preparation for her arrival, we have also registered for our hospital. We didn't feel it necessary to do a hospital tour this time around. I know a lot of first-time parents do, and I think it's a great way to kind of get your feelers for what's about to happen. But we've already been to labor and delivery once during this pregnancy for a scare. We kind of got like a actual hospital tour in the hospital, which was nice to see. Obviously, we weren't excited to be there for what we were there for, but we did get to see kind of how it was going to be while I was in labor. We were very pleased with it. So we opted out of the hospital tour this time around. So decided on going to a birthing class this time and a breastfeeding class this time. We didn't do either of those things with Thea, which I'm content with my decision not to do a birthing class with her, because my labor went so smoothly with her, but I know that anything can happen during labor, and I am curious to see if I can go natural this time instead of getting the epidural. So I think a birthing class would be really beneficial for me and my husband. As far as the breastfeeding class, I deeply regret not doing that with Thea. I think that if I had gotten more information, that I would have been able to breastfeed for significantly longer. This is something that I really, really feel passionately about doing for this baby, since I didn't get the opportunity to for more than a month with Thea, simply because I was just so uneducated. So I think that this class is really, really important for our breastfeeding relationship, and I would like Jake to come with me because he's going to be my main support system, and I think he should know just as much as I know, so that there's never a doubt or a question when it comes to him pushing me to continue on with my breastfeeding journey. So yeah, guys, I think that is pretty much it. I think I touched base on everything that's been going on with me recently, and even some weeks before this, starting my third trimester. I think I touched a lot on. Thank you guys so much for being here, so much for watching, so much for the support. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys next time.